Game one of a three-game series, the Giants and the Miami Marlins.
Pick this one up in the 8th. We have a ground out, a single, and then one of these.
Oh my, Laz.
All the
man.
strikes.
Not to worry for San Francisco because the batter does strike out.
That is strike three called. This time he got the call right there on the corner.
And then we get a pitching change.
And Bob Melvin's coming out. You got Taylor Rogers in the Giants bullpen.
Left-handed pitcher Rogers, the only person in the bullpen, starts to come into the game.
So watch Bob Melvin. He hasn't signaled yet, but now he says, give me the righty.
Rogers already on the field when Melvin says, no, I want a right-handed pitcher instead. So the umpires are like, oh, okay, give me a righty.
And now Skip arguing with the crew chief, Laz Diaz.
Because while all this pitch confusion is going on, guess who's warming up in the bullpen? It's the righty.
Schumaker's got an argument. He's really like, turn the clock on, and Laz's point. There's lots of pointing going on.
Lonely walk back for Rogers, but when Melvin went out, he didn't motion for handedness. Like, hey, I want 42 into the game, then realized, oh wait, not that number 42, the other 42, and then motioned with his right arm.
He might get kicked out of this game.
Schumaker sees this as like, hey, he shouldn't be getting extra time here.
It would be nice to know what really happened, and I'm sure we'll find out.
And it's all about, I'm sure, the clock.
Well, there's one issue. The clock is still at 2 minutes. The inning and pitching change clock, if reading less than 2 minutes, automatically resets to 2 minutes when the new pitcher steps onto the track. Let me repeat this because this is the most important rule to understand the play. The pitching change timer starts immediately upon signal to the bullpen, but if the relief pitcher gets to the track with under 2 minutes left, the timer automatically resets to 2. Pitchers are expected to leave the bullpen promptly, but not if he doesn't know he's in the game. And these are the pitch clock operations we have to keep in mind to understand what happened. And to also explain why that clock is held at 2 minutes by Miami's pitch timer. It's because they're waiting for the new pitcher to hit the track.
And I think Skip has been ejected from the game, I think.
No, that's later. Doval steps onto the track, the clock starts, Schumaker argues again, Doval gets to the mound at, say, 1:37.
He called for a righty, a lefty came out. Rogers came out, the wrong pitcher came out. Doval should be coming out right behind him if they called the wrong pitcher. He got an extra couple minutes to get loose, which that is... We have been called for ball one many times when our pitchers have been getting extra pitches in the bullpen. So we didn't even get a ball.
2 points. First, the substitution rule itself. Even if the team calls the wrong player, it turns out, yes, you can swap because the pitcher's not considered actually in the game until they take the mound and engage the rubber for warm-ups.
And here he comes again. He's this is, and then how long this has taken. We've seen this as an issue with Camilo in the past. You can't throw any warm-up pitches once the clock hits 30 seconds. So
well, actually, who remembers a few years ago Bill Miller enforced this rule against Kenley Jansen in San Diego?
351 career saves for Kenley Jansen.
Similar here, so let's set our timers.
So it's at 1:30 right now.
Pitcher gets the warm-up tosses in. We see the field at like 15 seconds. We're ready to go.
Jazz goes.
After this first pitch, Schumaker wants to know what the count is. Diaz says 0-1, Schumaker wants 1-1, and the ejection happens.
Now Schumaker is going to get tossed out of the game.
Should be a pitch clock violation. He's already been tossed.
He called the wrong guy, or the wrong guy came out. I don't know exactly what happened, but that clock starts. It's not my fault that the wrong pitcher came out. Doval should be coming out right behind him if they called the wrong pitcher. He got an extra couple minutes to get loose, which that is... We have been called for ball one many times when our pitchers have been getting extra pitches in the bullpen. So we didn't even get a ball.
This pretty much establishes this is a loophole. Timer resets to 2 minutes. When the correct pitcher touches the track, that extra, it was 30 seconds, not a couple minutes. But yeah, the extra time is not penalized because the confusion issue compounded it. And it's not a violation of the substitution rule because a pitcher isn't considered in the game until getting on the mound.
I didn't see him warming up when they had the shot of the bullpen, unless that's the little scissor play. Like you just have the wrong guy come out on purpose.
At the very minimum, it should have been 1-0.
Which again, by rule 2-minute reset, it can't be a pitch clock violation unless this pitcher takes too long to warm up. Replays show he did not take too long to warm up. It's a loophole in the rule.
Yeah, he just decided I didn't get my money's worth.
But the fact that they got extra time, I have an issue with the umpires.